From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good morning and happy second day of 2025. I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Right now we are tracking just some very light snow showers across the region, but it is mostly dry for lower elevations. However, the action will be picking up as we head into the afternoon and into the evening, especially into Friday. Visibility is a bit of a concern this morning. Looks like Tri-Cities is kind of in a little bubble. Good visibility here, but poor visibility in the foothills. Looks like some of that's starting to spread into the basin of Oregon, and then we're seeing visibility that's spanning from 2 to 4 miles up and down the valleys and also up towards Snoqualmie Pass. So in those areas of especially thick fog, that's where you would want to take it slow and use the low beam. Some of that could be some freezing fog as we're right around freezing for the valleys. A little bit too warm for that for the basin and foothills, although we're getting pretty close to that threshold in Walla Walla. All of us need to bundle up this morning as you're headed out the front door. So here is the bottom line for the forecast. Small chance for valley snow once again for today and tonight. Much wetter into Friday, turning drier into this week and especially into next week as well. So I'll break down all these elements of the forecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the Yakima Police Department is investigating 2 separate stabbing assaults. One of them, they need your help to track down the suspect. After a year and a half, the bridge between Sunnyside and Mabton is finally open. What it took to make the project complete. And there's joy in the new year as people celebrate the birth of a new orca calf off the Washington shore. Why the calf's mother made headlines 6 years ago.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Apologies if I'm a little bit congested this morning. The Yakima Police Department is investigating 2 unrelated stabbings that occurred New Year's Eve last night. Police say a 911 call came out just before 5 p.m. about a stabbing in the 900 block of North 1st Street outside a gas station. Officers found an injured man who was transported to a local hospital with a non-life-threatening stab wound. Police say they don't have a suspect yet, but ask anyone with information to contact the Yakima Police Department or make an anonymous tip to Yakima County Crime Stoppers. Another 911 call just after midnight on New Year's Day, calling police to a fight that escalated into a stabbing in the 900 block of South 40th Avenue. Police say the victim's wounds were non-life-threatening. He was taken to the hospital, and the suspect was booked into the Yakima County Jail on suspicion of first-degree assault. The new year is a time for celebration, but also a busy night for law enforcement. According to the Washington State Patrol, DUI numbers in the Tri-Cities are down from last New Year's, only seeing 2 cases compared to 2024. There were 5 DUI arrests in Yakima, and last year there were 4. The Kennewick Police Department make a quick arrest after they say a person involved in a crash Wednesday took off from the scene. It happened just before 1 p.m. near Highway 395 and Elm Street. When officers got to the scene, witnesses told them one of the drivers ran. With the help of a drone, officers were able to find the suspected driver within 15 minutes and arrested him. We have some new information on a house fire that happened in Pasco yesterday afternoon. The call for help came in just after 2 o'clock. Witnesses say there was heavy smoke coming from the back of the home on the 1800 block of West Brown Street. Firefighters got to the scene within a few minutes and had the fire out by 2:20 p.m. At least one person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene. Pasco Fire Deputy Chief Tim Harkins says it appears the fire started in the kitchen and may have been caused by cooking. The American Red Cross is stepping in to help the family with temporary housing. Pasco PD, Franklin County Fire District 3, and Franklin PUD also assisted at the fire. The Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office is talking to people about deportations and immigration status. The Sheriff's Office says they want residents to know that no one should fear calling 911 for help due to their immigration status. According to the Sheriff's Office, The role of deputies is to serve and protect everyone, so they will always seek to provide that protection fairly and without regard to immigration status. Washington state law does not permit the housing of individuals in local jails solely for federal administrative matters, such as immigration status. A road project has had Sunnyside and Mabton residents taking a 10-mile-long detour between the two cities for the past year and a half. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the bridges connecting the two cities is finally back open.
The Washington State Department of Transportation closed down the bridges back in June of 2023 as part of an $11 million project to repair and replace them.
We're talking about decades and decades old bridges. So one was the bridge over the slough. It's called the Slough Bridge, and the other one was a bridge over the Yakima River, both on State Route 241.
The deteriorating bridges had weight restrictions, preventing oversized vehicles from crossing and impacting commerce.
People transporting goods or items would have to take different pathways as well.
WSDOT looking at infrastructure projects across the state, this one at the top of the list.
We want to not only make this safer, that's a priority, but also make it much more efficient, much better in the long run. And because this serves as a great throughway between several Lower Valley communities, it just seemed like a higher priority.
Now the Yakima River Bridge retrofitted and repaired, the Slough Bridge replaced. And after a year and a half of taking a 10-mile detour, travelers have a clear path between Sunnyside and Mabton once again. And it's open to larger vehicles.
For some, that just means it is a livelihood thing, being able to make money, to work a job, to be able to get from here to there. And it's just at the end of the list too, it's a little bit more efficient and timely for people so they can go about on their commutes.
Crews plan to finish up minor work like installing guardrails and painting late this spring or early summer, but no more detours are planned. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. So check this out. Cadlick welcomes the first baby born in the new year at their hospital. Levi Skirbeck was welcomed into the world at 8:06 a.m. yesterday morning, weighing 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and is 20.5 inches. Mitch and Lindsay are the proud parents. The family lives in Richland, and this is the parents' first baby. The mom and dad say they are excited and very happy, but a bit surprised that he's the first baby so late in the morning. They went on to say it seems like they're usually born around 12:01 a.m. The family received a gift donated by the Cadlick Auxiliary Gift Shop. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the latest on what's being called a terror attack on the streets of New Orleans. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
The gifts have been opened. The champagne has been uncorked. It's time to treat yourself. Visit More Furniture this Thursday and Friday for 48 special hours. You'll find plush sofas, comfy recliners, elegant dining sets, the bedroom furniture of your dreams, and coordinating accent pieces, all priced to move. Right now, get our very best offer. Pay no interest until 2026. Free white glove delivery, and we'll pay the sales tax. All More Furniture locations are open this Thursday and Friday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Dear 2031, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 4.99% APR for up to 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Did you know that maintaining your oral hygiene not only ensures your teeth and gums are in good health, but also ensures that you are free from disease-causing bacteria?
These same bacteria are found in blood clots of people who have recently suffered heart attacks. Biomarkers from these oral bacteria can be found in up to 50% of the clots taken from these victims. Now more than ever, oral health is directly related to your overall health.
Trust the team of experts at Avanta Dental. Our friendly team is ready to help you have a brighter, healthier future.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Vision loss is not something that you feel until it happens.
Most people lose their vision from diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma, not at birth.
3 million Americans have glaucoma, and half don't even know it.
11 million people in the United States have macular degeneration.
So many eye disorders can be treated if caught early.
Make a plan today to get your eyes checked.
Visit brightfocus.org to learn more.
The new hosts of Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Each week, we'll help the family by helping them build new homes. Are you guys ready for your new house? This is what home feels like.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and go over some of the past conditions for this morning. It's packed snow for US 97 at Blewett Pass. Traction tires are required. And then we'll take it down to US Highway 12 in Yakima County. It is a little slushy out there this morning. Traction tires are advised. And then we'll slide over to the Blue Mountains. I-84 at Cabbage Hill, spots of ice. You do have to carry chains. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, we're seeing packed snow, and you do need chains if you're towing between mileposts 10 and 39. Let's take it down to lower elevations. For today, it's going to be cold and it is going to be gray. Temperatures in the 30s all throughout the day. We'll have little chances of snow in the valleys up to around lunchtime in the Yakima Valley. That could last all throughout the day. At least the chance for that could last all throughout the day in the Kittitas Valley, but it should just be a cold rain for the basin and foothills. And chances for wet weather are definitely going to pick up into this afternoon. So for today will be seasonal for the second day of the year with temperatures into the 30s and 40s. Should have light winds, just kind of a gray and cold day out there. And then for tonight, we'll start to see rain and snow chances picking up once again into the overnight hours. Winds starting to pick up for the Blues, also for the Cascades, gusting out of the south between 20 and 25 miles per hour. And we're looking much wetter as we head into Friday. I'll time that out, and I'll have a sneak preview at your weekend forecast. All that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
The FBI is investigating an attack in New Orleans that left at least 15 people dead and dozens injured on New Year's Day. The agency has a briefing with members of Congress this morning, according to an aide. Amy Kiley reports on security concerns.
Making sure that the citizens and visitors that come to New Orleans are safe is paramount.
The security of future events in New Orleans is in question after a deadly attack there yesterday. More than a dozen people are dead after a suspect in a truck plowed into pedestrians on Bourbon Street.
It is difficult for people to figure out if they have to worry that there is a lingering threat out there that is not being addressed adequately.
The Super Bowl is scheduled to take place in New Orleans next month. Mardi Gras is in March. The Sugar Bowl is a more immediate concern because it's set for this afternoon.
We are looking at security measures that are needed to make sure that anyone going to the Sugar Bowl is going to be safe and that it'll be a safe event.
City officials say barriers called bollards were removed from Bourbon Street before yesterday's attack because they were malfunctioning.
That's politician speak for we didn't get it done in time.
Police say they were using patrol cars as blockades instead.
A suspect apparently went around the vehicle and jumped the sidewalk. The next question obviously to be asked is why was the sidewalk not protected?
It was extremely frustrating for me to listen to when they said that we didn't anticipate that somebody who would be using a vehicle as a weapon against pedestrians would resort to driving on a sidewalk.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The FBI says the suspect in the attack is dead. It says it's investigating whether anyone else was involved. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, whale watchers in Washington and across the nation are rejoicing after a special little gift was spotted in Constellation Park. We'll be right back.
The New Year's super sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or score 60 months, no interest. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer looks. But hurry, the extended New Year's super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Not being able to see up close can be frustrating. Introducing Eye Candy, the sweet new way to see everything bigger, brighter, and better than ever before. This lightweight, easy-to-hold magnifier utilizes an optical-grade lens that enlarges print by 300%. Yes, 300%. Embedded in Eye Candy's frame are 12 anti-glare LED lights that dramatically help increase clarity. It's a flashlight and magnifier in one. Lightweight and portable, Eye Candy is ideal for dimly lit restaurants. Read recipes, prescription bottles, or nutritional information. Order now to get your Eye Candy for only $19.99. But wait, there's breaking news. Eye Candy may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Eye Candy is shutting down and stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 Eye Candies per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-931-3546 or visit tryeyecandy.com. That's 1-800-931-3546. Order now.
Save now with 3 big weeks of savings in Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Members only pricing has Dello 15W40 diesel oil for $12.99. Get $2 off Audubon Park's 20-pound Songbird food. Old Trapper beef jerky is $11.99. Winter stock reduction pricing means up to 50% off all clearance athletic shoes and select clearance Dickies and Key Work shirts. Not a member? Get your $5 lifetime membership today. Save more with New Year's savings only at Bi-Mart.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
The New Year's Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. So there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $299.99 or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and get right into the forecast. It'll be a mostly dry start for lower elevations in the Blues, but rain and snow chances will go way up this afternoon. Snow levels will be lower for the Cascades as opposed to the Blues, so some of that cold air could spill into the valleys. In essence, there will be a chance for more light snow in the valleys for the Kittitas Valley in particular. And then for tonight, the action will start to wind down a bit by the late evening, but will ramp back up into the overnight hours. Snow levels will start to come back up, so we'll likely see a transition back to rain in the Kittitas Valley by the early morning hours of Friday. Then for tomorrow, rain and snow will be likely all throughout the day. Once again, snow levels will be much lower in the Cascades as opposed to the Blues. However, snow levels start to come up even for the Cascades, so Snoqualmie Pass will likely see a transition of freezing rain around midday. And then for tomorrow night, will trend much drier for Friday night. Snow levels will start to come back down, so another bout of freezing rain is possible during the overnight hours for the Kittitas and Upper Yakima valleys, and light snow could return to I-84 and I-90. So here's some of the snowfall totals we're thinking over the next 48 hours. Probably 3 to 6 inches for a Cascade passes, including Sadius Pass, maybe up to another inch of snow for Ellensburg and Yakima, but that would be about it. And then probably less than an inch for our Blue Mountain passes. This is going to be a very wet next 48 hours. You can see between 1/4 to 1/2 an inch of water is possible for the valleys and basin, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the Blue foothills, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the Cascades as well, and 3/4 to an inch for the Blue Mountains. Then we have additional snowfall that we're anticipating for Saturday. Not that much though. A couple inches for I-90, probably less than an inch for I-84, but probably a little bit more for Oregon 204, US 97, US 2, and US Highway 12. This is not going to be a very wet storm system at all. Less than 1/10 of an inch of water for the valleys and basin, 1/10 to 1/4 for the Blue foothills, 1/4 to 1/2 for the Blue Mountains, 3/4 to an inch for the Cascades. Then we have another storm system in it Sunday and Monday. This one not looking impressive at all. We will have lower snow levels, but I think the moisture and the cold air they're mostly going to be out of sync, and this is going to be another pretty dry stretch, especially for lower elevations, less than 1/10 of an inch of water. Overall, we'll trend drier in the next week, and also it looks like temperature is going to hover right around seasonal for the next 7 days. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chances Saturday and Sunday, looking dry to start next week. In Yakima, little shower chances this weekend and a cold and dry stretch from Monday through Wednesday at least. In Ellensburg, few rain showers left over for Saturday and Sunday, then cold and dry to start off next week. In Hermiston, small rain chances this weekend, then calm and cold for Monday through Wednesday. Then in Walla Walla, 50-50 rain chances for the weekend, but not a washout by any stretch, and turning drier into next week.
Thank you, Josh. Just last week, whale lovers were celebrating the birth of a new baby to an orca mother who made headlines back in 2018 after she lost another calf and then carried it for 17 days in an apparent act of grief. In Seattle, people gathered to whale watch, and while they mourned for the mother, they spotted another new baby in J Pod. Sharon Wu has details.
Dozens of people chose to start 2025 at Constellation Park in West Seattle.
Oh yeah, here you go, 1, 2, 3.
Hoping to catch a glimpse of our coast's beloved creatures.
Wow, they're so close to the shore over there.
Tragic news of J61's death and the confirmation of the birth of another J-Pod baby make whale lovers like Kirsty Moole
Today's the day.
Especially protective. Moole was among the few who called the Be Whale Wise hotline to report a yacht that seemed to be cruising too close and too long with the pod visible from the park. The law mandating boaters stay 1,000 yards away from southern residents, newly implemented today.
We just lost a calf, and vessel disturbance is, one of the top 3 things that they are suffering with.
J61's death is especially poignant because this is the second time Tahlequah has lost her calf. Tahlequah broke hearts around the world after she carried her dead calf for 17 days on her head in a tour of grief in 2018.
For that to happen again just shows that we haven't made enough progress. We haven't done enough to bring back the salmon.
Samish Indian Nations Chairman Tom Wooten says his people and most Coast Salish folk see killer whales as their ancestors. So preventing a loss in any of the pods by removing dams and restoring salmon populations is top priority for the tribe.
I don't know that there's a silver bullet or one thing that's going to fix everything, but I think if we try everything that we can, at this point, we're going to make a difference.
The newest J-Pod baby has been named J62. Researchers are working to confirm its mother and its gender. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're taking a look at some of your entertainment headlines this morning, including Harrison Ford's transformation in the newest Captain America. And yes, Mariah Carey is back on top of the charts. That and more when we come back.
You know you want a burger, so make it my Smash Jack, rated the best burger in fast food. It's even got more beef than a Big Mac. Chin up, Ronald. Maybe you'll get a participation trophy. My Smash Jack, now on sourdough.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Step into the Prosser House, where great food meets comfortable atmosphere. We invite you to relax in our cozy space. From classic dishes to chef-inspired creations, and now we're raising the bar, literally. With our newly renovated bar, we're serving up crafted cocktails, your favorite local brews, and award-winning wines. Plus, we're proud to announce that the Prosser House is your restaurant showdown champion. Special night out or just a break from cooking, experience the award-winning difference at the Prosser House.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, no trade-in needed. US Cellular.
Dear 2031, we look forward to seeing you.
After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 4.99% APR for up to 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
You're craving tacos. Not just tacos, birria tacos. Actually, birria tiny tacos. Sauced and loaded and served with my new birria-flavored buttermilk ranch. You won't find all this at that other taco joint.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Have a great Hanukkah from all of us at Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Harrison Ford gets a new look in the latest Captain America film.
And this isn't a shocker, but Mariah Carey is back on top of the charts again.
So Rick Damigella tells us why in the Hollywood Minute.
Your inner circle's been compromised.
Captain America is back. This is your latest look at Captain America: Brave New World, which sees Anthony Mackie's Marvel hero taking to the skies, as well as Harrison Ford transforming into the Red Hulk. The sequel arrives in theaters February 14th. Mariah gets her Christmas wish. The singer's holiday anthem, All I Want for Christmas Is You, tops the Billboard Hot 100 chart for the 18th total week. The 1994 track is now only 2 weeks away from the longest nomination in the chart's history.
That was a turning point in my life. Complete.
Stephen Fry receives a huge British honor. The actor is set to be knighted by King Charles III. Fry made the monarch's list of new members of the UK's Orders of Chivalry. Carey Mulligan was also named as a commander of the British Empire for her contributions to drama. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Exciting. I'm always a big Marvel fan, so anytime we get Marvel news, I'm always excited.
I really like Harrison Ford, love him in Clear and Present Danger, so I feel like he's going to fit right into that universe.
There you go. So Justin Baldoni is firing back after being accused of sexual harassment by his It Ends With Us co-star Blake Lively. The actor filed a libel lawsuit against the New York Times. Baldoni's complaint says the Times, quote, relied on Lively's self-serving narrative.
The legal action comes after Lively filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department in December, accusing Baldoni of sexual harassment and retaliation. Baldoni denies Lively's allegations and accuses her of creating false sexual harassment accusations so she could take control of the film.
All right, up next on Good Morning Northwest at 5:30, we've got an important follow-up to a story we brought you last week on a new Washington law that concerns diesel engines. Plus, what schools in Oregon must do as a new law put into effect in 2025. We'll be right back with the next half hour right after this.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple may be poised to launch its most budget-friendly phone under a different name. The fourth generation iPhone SE could be rebranded as the iPhone 16e, tying it to the latest line already available. It's expected to launch this March with an upgraded OLED screen. Sony has unveiled the first PlayStation Plus games of the new year. January's offerings include Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. All games will be available for all subscribers, no matter their service tier. And a viral TikTok post is warning iPhone users to clear out their calculator's history. Apparently, the app holds on to those moments where you may have used it for simple math. If you don't want people to know that you've ever used it to check 2 + 2, clear that cache. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Lionel Moise. Have a great day.
Life is a
the stage and I'm in the spot. Look at me, outline the chalk. Baby, I kill it, better shoot your shot. Feel like a star, they look like they not, I belong on a jet. Take a look at me now.
You got a Pepto predicament, Ace. You overdid it on the loaded fries. Undo it with Pepto Fast Melts.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
No application fee if you apply by February 12th at University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited university that's transformed adult lives for 75 years. You're not waiting to win. You're ready to succeed again at umgc.edu.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, so I haven't been outside a lot in the last couple of days. I've been a little under the weather, speaking of the weather. I did go outside for New Year's and, midnight. It was interesting to see. It was very cloudy out, so we could see the fireworks that were kind of close to us, but the other ones kind of looked like lightning in the sky.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was fireworks. We'll talk about, unfortunately, we have more of that gray and gloomy weather ahead of us. But first, I did want to touch on the 3-degree guarantee contest.
Yes.
The last time we were at it was on the last day of 2024. And my forecast verified once again. I went with a forecast high 40 degrees for Pasco. It verified at 38 within the 3-degree threshold. So that means that the jackpot is now up to 200 buckaroonies. So, okay, here are the stakes for today. My forecast high, 40 degrees for Pasco. If the actual high verifies within 37 to 43 degrees, then that means that the jackpot's going to go up to 225 bucks. But if my forecast goes bust, all 200 bucks could be yours. To figure out how to win the pot, go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on contest, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. All right, on to the weather, as we are just seeing some light snow showers in the Blues and in the Cascades. It's mostly dry start this morning for lower elevations, but it is foggy for a good chunk of the lower elevations that we serve. Just a mile of visibility for Walla Walla and Pendleton, 4 statute miles in Hermiston, between 1 to 4 for the valleys and Cascades. So in those areas, you would want to take it slow, and of course you would want to use the low beams, but so far so good with the visibility in the Tri-Cities. Okay, on to temperatures now, as we're down into the 30s. Well, it looks like all of us are in the 30s for this morning. Mid-30s in the foothills, mid-30s also in the lower Columbia Basin, a little bit closer to freezing in the valleys. So this is where we could maybe have some freezing fog. Also, that's probably where you would have to break out the ice scraper. But in Walla Walla, we're pretty close to that threshold as well. Here's your umbrella cast for today for the Tri-Cities. Shower chances going up by a pretty substantial clip into this afternoon. So I would definitely sport either the raincoat or the umbrella as we head into those PM hours. So for today, it's going to be a seasonal day. It's going to be gray. And like you just saw, rain chances going up into this afternoon. I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
A new law in Washington set to go into effect, bringing the trucking and RV industry into a new era. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen has been digging more into this new law, and now the Department of Ecology is shedding light how it will affect not only the state of Washington, but our area.
With electric vehicles, the cart is before the horse. There is not an electric vehicle in operation today or even available today that will serve the agricultural sector.
In 2020, Senate Bill 5811 was passed by the state legislature. The bill is sponsored by Joe Wynn, who is also the chair of the Senate Environmental Committee. This bill says the state will adopt the Clean Vehicles Program, which includes medium and heavy-duty vehicles.
That is a mandate directly on manufacturers to produce and sell an increasing number of zero-emission vehicles.
Sherry Call is the CEO of the Washington Truckers Association. She says Washington lawmakers decided to follow California's zero-emission vehicle laws. Call says with SB 5811, trucking industries are now facing a new era in those vehicle sales.
the way that's being applied right now, their mandate for 2025, when it goes into effect for Washington, is to sell at least 7% of vehicle sales have to be zero emission.
Andrew Winicky, the Deputy Communications Director for the Washington State Department of Ecology, says this law will not prohibit the sales of gas or diesel-powered vehicles.
If you are a driver, if you own a trucking company, if you are a farmer, you can continue to buy whatever vehicle you want, whatever vehicle meets your needs the best. This only applies to manufacturers. And so it's not, for instance, an RV manufacturer, it's the people that are making the chassis and the engine.
Winicky says those manufacturers have a lot of flexibility in this policy. He says there's already been a lot of sales of these clean vehicles, and there is just a small area of concern because there aren't that many electric trucks on the roads yet.
We've taken some steps to make sure that we are meeting those needs and addressing those concerns. We think 100% of the compliance obligations for the first 2 years of the program are going to be covered by one, a waiver for vehicles that are emitting fewer nitrogen oxides, and then two, the state is really investing in helping companies buy more of these clean vehicles.
The state is putting grants out for clean school buses, garbage trucks, and fire trucks. Shane Vasic has been driving trucks since 2013, and he says he's one of those people who aren't ready for this.
I mean, personally, I don't really see any positives of it. I mean, there has to be for them to be pushing it. The environment is very important.
Senator Joe Wynn says this bill is important to him because he says we're in a climate crisis and the state needs to use every tool they have to provide a sustainable future.
This ZEF standard has shown to be very successful in other jurisdictions which has been implemented. California, I think, is a key reason that we're seeing the acceleration of automakers developing and deploying these new electric vehicles as well. But it authorizes the Department of Ecology to adopt California's zero emissions vehicle program, and just because it came up a few times on the Senate side, the reason why we're adopting California's is because we can't preempt the federal government. That's the only thing we can do.
The regulations also target large diesel and gas-powered motorhomes, including Class A and Class C models, to follow Washington's plan to phase out new gasoline vehicles by 2035. Winicky says the state will allow 25 to 60% of trucks, depending on weight class, to use gas or diesel engines.
These standards phase in very slowly. This first year, a big rig, a semi-trailer, semi-tractor, that's going to be 7% of new vehicle sales. Across the entire state, we're talking about, we think about 130 trucks.
Winicky says sales of these vehicles are tracked at the end of the year. If a manufacturer didn't sell enough qualifying vehicles, they have 2 more years to make up the deficit. We're taking a look at 3 new laws now in effect across Washington and Oregon. Let's start in the Evergreen State. Drivers for companies like Uber and Lyft will earn a guaranteed wage based on time and mileage in 2025. Food delivery drivers are not covered by the law, only drivers transporting passengers. The penalties for negligent drivers who cause death or serious harm to pedestrians, cyclists, or other vulnerable people has now increased. First-degree negligent driving now comes with 364 days in jail, a $5,000 fine, and a 90-day suspension on the driver's license. Second-degree negligent driving now includes a $5,000 fine, 90-day driver's license suspension, up to 100 hours of community service, and traffic school. In Washington, an existing law required license plates to be unaltered and visible. A violation would have only resulted in a written warning about and information about how to fix the issue. But now in 2025, violations will carry a citation and a penalty. Now to Oregon, school boards around the state will be required to post video or audio recordings of their regular meetings on the web within a week of the meeting. The bill aims to offer parents insight into how important decisions around public education are carried out. School districts with fewer than 50 students don't have to comply with the new requirements. There are new penalties for animal torture. There are now criminal penalties for people who create, distribute, or access footage of animals being killed or tortured. It is a misdemeanor. The Humane Society of the United States called Oregon's bill an additional tool for law enforcement to tackle these cases that might otherwise evade prosecution. Oregon is now the 4th state to enact a right to repair law. The law requires companies that make cell phones and other consumer electronics to offer tools to repair those devices. Proponents say the policy will allow independent shops and owners to fix phones and will cut down on waste. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, ring in the new year and make your resolution to adopt, not shop. Is our newest Operation Best Friend yours? And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is back with your first alert forecast. Stay with us.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom set, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Or score 60 months no interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks at great prices. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
New year, new glow. Start 2025 with radiant, tighter skin. This January, enjoy 25% off on our most loved treatments, Photo Fabulous and Smooth Glow. Photo Fabulous revitalizes your skin with the ultimate IPL and skin resurfacing combo for a smoother, brighter complexion. Smooth Glow not only rejuvenates your skin and reduces fine lines, but it also tightens and lifts for a youthful, glowing look. Hurry, this exclusive offer is only valid through January 31st. Book your session now and make 2025 the year of glowing, confident skin.
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our New Year, New Kitchen Super Sale and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Introducing the new Electrolux 700 Series Alpine Green Washer and Dryer. This washer has an industry-exclusive 2 ways to sanitize, making it the most efficient washer on the market.
Fred's, it's appliances, only appliances.
At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
Life's too short to put up with a bad bank. You have a life, places to go, people to see, and things to get done. You don't have time for banks or credit unions that don't care. You deserve better. At Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, we've served Central Washington and the Columbia Basin since 1905 with 10 branches, face-to-face service, and a 5-star app when you're on the go. So go have fun. Do what makes you happy. Life's too short to put up with anything less. Bank better with Yakima Federal.
Apple Valley News Now and Schweitzer present the Stay and Ski Giveaway, where you could win 2 nights and 4 lift tickets to Schweitzer. Enter on the contest page at applevalleyNewsNow.com. The Stay and Ski Giveaway from Schweitzer and Apple Valley News Now.
2025, bring it. Bring it. Bring it. January mornings on GMA. It is time to start strong in 2025. Let's do it, people.
How you feel, how you look, living your best.
Come on, start strong. Come on, start strong. Come on, start strong. Got finished with this?
Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building is now on ABC.
Still.
This is humiliating.
Only Murders in the Building, Season 2, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on your ski report, take you on a tour of the ski report brought to you by Schweitzer. We're going to start off at Schweitzer proper. Look at this base depth, up to 68 inches now. So definitely this thing has grown by quite a lot. No new snow over the past 24 hours, at least per their last update. But now I'll take you down to Ski Bluewood. This base depth was around like 15 inches just like a week ago. Now it's up to 40 inches, so definitely some good progress there. And then for White Pass, this base depth looking pretty comparable to what we have up towards Schweitzer, as it is a very nice 69 inches. Okay, we'll go ahead and take you on a tour of lower elevations for today, starting off in Kittitas County. Well, first, the higher elevations in Kittitas County. It's going to be around freezing for today for Snoqualmie Pass. could have some snow showers throughout the day. There's a very low chance that we could also see snow showers throughout the day in Ellensburg. Then in the Yakima Valley, could have some snow for this morning in Yakima. In the lower valley, it's probably just going to be a cold rain. And these high temperatures will be cold, with temperatures in the mid-30s, be a little bit closer to 40 degrees in the lower Columbia Basin, right at 40 for the Tri-Cities and Boardman. Low in chances of rain for this morning, but overall across the map, chances for wet weather are going to go up as we head into this afternoon. And then in the Blue Foothills and Blue Mountains, high temperatures up around 40 degrees. The snow level is going to be much higher in the Blues for today as opposed to in the Cascades and Valleys.
So Operation Best Friend is our way of helping connecting local pets who need a forever home.
This week, we're introducing you to Thanos. Take a look.
My name is Hannah and I'm with the Benton Franklin Humane Society, and today with me I have brought Thanos. Thanos is about 5 years old, he's a Siberian Husky, and he has been at our shelter for about 242 days. Thanos was surrendered with his brother Drax, and they were surrendered because they were not getting along well, which is something that does happen. It's called littermate syndrome. However, that does not mean that they don't get along with other dogs. It just means that there was some sibling discourse and they are not happy with one another, but he's still a very sweet boy and he still loves to hang out with you and run around and he's still just very lovable. He has a calm demeanor for a Husky, but he is still a Husky and he loves to run around. He loves to play fetch. When the weather is nice and sunny, he loves to play in the pool outside and shake off all the water. He loves to swim and he loves to cuddle. My favorite thing about Thanos is when I greet him at the kennel door, he likes to give me a little spin to show me how excited he is to see me, and he's excited to have visitors. I think Thanos would love to be with somebody who loves to go on hikes, long runs, who's active but still at the end of the day loves to sit down and watch a movie or relax. Whenever we're in the play yards together, he loves to get his zoomies out and run around and play fetch, and then once he's all done, he loves to sit on the bench right next to you and get all the loves and get all the booty scratches, and he loves it when you scratch on his ears too. If you're interested in Thanos, you can always send us an email or you can come into the shelter. We are open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 to 4.
Well, Thanos is a beautiful, beautiful dog.
Yeah, Huskies are just such majestic creatures, so
yeah,
could be yours.
Yes,
snap.
The eyes.
Yes.
All right, up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh has your full forecast and your morning sprint is up next. We'll be right back.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, no trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Dear 2031, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 4.99% APR for up to 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's that time again.
It's our annual year-end inventory closeout sale at Mattress Depot USA.
This is your best opportunity of the year to save hundreds on brand name mattress sets.
All remaining models from last year's inventory are on sale.
Here's your chance to get a comfortable, great night's sleep at up to 60% off.
Don't hesitate, or else you'll have to wait another year to take advantage of these incredible savings.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro.
The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and get right into the forecast. It'll be a mostly dry start for lower elevations in the Blues, but rain and snow chances will go way up this afternoon. Snow levels will be lower for the Cascades as opposed to the Blues, so some of that cold air could spill into the valleys. In essence, there will be a chance for more light snow in the valleys for the Kittitas Valley in particular. Then for tonight, the action will start to wind down a bit by the late evening, but will ramp back up into the overnight hours. Snow levels will start to come back up, so we'll likely see a transition back to rain in the Kittitas Valley by the early morning hours of Friday. For tomorrow, rain and snow will be likely all throughout the day. Once again, snow levels will be much lower in the Cascades as opposed to the Blues. However, snow levels start to come up even for the Cascades, so Snoqualmie Pass will likely see a transition to freezing rain around midday. And then for Friday night, we'll trend much drier for Friday night. Snow levels will start to come back down, so another bout of freezing rain is possible during the overnight hours for the Kittitas and Upper Yakima valleys, and light snow could return to I-84 and I-90. So here are some of the snowfall totals we're expecting for the next 48 hours. This is subject to change, but probably 3 to 6 inches for our Cascade passes, less than an inch of additional snow for the valleys, and probably similar totals for our Blue Mountain passes in that we're expecting less than an inch. In terms of liquid water for the next 48 hours, it's going to be a pretty wet stretch of weather, as we could have anywhere between 1/4 to 1/2 an inch of water for the valleys and basin, 1/2 to 3/4 for the Blue foothills and Cascades, and 3/4 to an inch for the Blue Mountains. Then into Saturday, we could have additional snowfall, not that much though, at least for I-90 and I-84, probably less than a couple inches, but we could see more for Oregon 204, US 2, US 12, and US 97. In terms of liquid water for Saturday, not that much for the valleys or basin, 1/10 to 1/4 for the foothills, 1/4 to 1/2 for the Blues, 3/4 to an inch for the Cascades. Then we have another storm system in a Sunday and Monday. This one is looking like a pretty weak storm system overall. Snow levels a bit lower, but the moisture and the cold air are going to have a hard time sinking up, so we're not expecting that much snow. And this is looking like a pretty dry storm system for the valleys, basin, and foothills. 1/10 to 1/4 of water for the Blue Mountains, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch for the Cascades. Overall, we'll trend much drier in the next week. Also, high temperatures are going to stay mostly seasonal, a little bit warmer for the weekend, but back down to more seasonal values next week. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chances Saturday and Sunday, looking dry to start next week. Then in Yakima, little shower chances this weekend, then a cold and dry stretch from Monday through Wednesday at least. In Ellensburg, few rain showers left over for Saturday and Sunday, then cold and dry to start off next week. In Hermiston, small rain chances this weekend, then calm and cold for Monday through Wednesday. Then for Walla Walla, 50-50 rain chances for the weekend, but not a washout by any stretch, and then turning drier into next week.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 5:53. Here's the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning. The Yakima Police Department is investigating 2 unrelated stabbings that occurred New Year's Eve night. Police say a 911 call came out just before 5 p.m. about a stabbing in the 900 block of North 1st Street outside a gas station. Police say they don't have a suspect yet, but anyone with information to contact the Yakima Police Department. School boards in Oregon will be required to post video or audio recordings of their regular meetings on the web within a week of the meeting. This bill aims to offer parents insight into how important decisions are carried out. School districts with fewer than 50 students don't have to comply with the new requirements. In Washington state, drivers for companies like Uber and Lyft will earn a guaranteed wage based on time and mileage in 2025. Food delivery drivers are not covered by the law, only drivers transporting passengers. Work begins this morning to finish the construction at the railroad crossings at the Airport Way and St. Street crossing of Richland. No one will be affected by street closures. The work is paid for from a freight rail assistance program. The work is expected to be finished by January 17th. Kadlec welcomes the first baby born in the new year at their hospital. Levi Skirbeck was welcomed into the world at 8:06 a.m. on the 1st, weighing 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and is 20.5 inches. Mitch and Lindsay are the proud parents. The family lives in Richland, and this is the parents' first baby. In your national headlines this morning, the security of future events in New Orleans is in question after a deadly attack there yesterday. More than a dozen people are dead after a suspect in a truck plowed into pedestrians on Bourbon Street. The Super Bowl is scheduled to take place in New Orleans next month. Mardi Gras is in March, and the New Orleans City Council president says officials are looking at security measures. Dozens of federal and state statutes and directives are now in effect. Medicare out-of-pocket prescription costs are now capped at $2,000 a year. The minimum wage is higher in more than 20 states, including Washington, and rising to $17.75 an hour for federal contractors. In your business headlines this morning, while overall prices and everyday goods and services were up 2.5% in 2025, a number of items cost less. Home heating oil was down nearly 17%. Gasoline was down 7.6%. Consumer technology dropped 6.7%, and used car prices were down 4.6%. Also lower, men's suits, women's dresses and outerwear, toys, frozen baked goods, crackers, and canned vegetables. In your health headlines this morning, veterinarians are sharing information on how to keep your cat safe from bird flu infection. If your cat gets H5N1 or bird flu, it can be deadly 75 to 100% of the time. They warn against feeding your cats a raw food diet or giving them raw milk right now. Keep an eye out for your furry friend, keep them inside, and always take them to the vet if you notice an extreme change in behavior or a clear illness. Hidden worlds of mind-blowing natural wonders and the lengths to which photographers go to capture them, where they were on display in the 2024 Nature Photographer of the Year competition.
The overall prize went to a surreal snowy scene in India of a pair of playful snow leopards. Photographer Paulo Della Rocca says he waited more than 6 hours in sub-zero temperatures to capture the moment.
2024's Nature Photographer of the Year competition had nearly 23,000 images from 96 countries submitted for consideration. Categories included mammals, birds, landscape, plants and fungi, underwater, and more. That's exciting. We do our own photography and videography here, but nature and everything and being out, exciting.
You've never seen a couple snow leopards playing in the snow up in the Blue Mountains? You've never seen that?
No.
Man, maybe this is the year.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6, the Yakima Police Department is asking for your help in finding the person responsible for stabbing someone outside a gas station on New Year's Eve. Plus, a route reopens for people who need to get from Sunnyside to Mabton without an extra 10 miles out of their way. Plus, Josh, what do you have for us in the next hour?
Well, no snow leopards in the forecast, but maybe a little bit of snow. I'll tell you for who coming up at 6.